Yes, guys, what's going on? What on earth was that? Yes, guys, what's going on? #Shore here. Welcome back to another video on the channel, guys. We are back, ladies and gents, with episode 2 of the best 5 players in each position. And today, ladies and gents, not accents, not now. Today, ladies and gents, we have got midfielders. So this video, guys, is going to be consisting of central defensive midfielders, centre midfielders, and centre attacking midfield. I don't know why I'm saying that so sarcastically. But yeah, guys, I decided to put the left mids and right mids basically in the attacking video, which will be coming out not tomorrow, but the next day. As a lot of the time, you end up using them left wings, right wings anyway, blah, 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 blah. But we've got some absolute bangers of CDMs, CMs, and cams here today. But if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like and also subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, guys. The sport's absolutely popping off. And turn on the notification bell as well. That would be absolutely sensational. I've done it again. What is going on? But yeah, guys, you know how it is. We're looking at the best meta players in the game. We want the best players for your guys' FUT Champs teams. And what better to do than just get straight into it? I mean, that is what everyone's here for, Alex. They're not here for your stupid jokes. Anyway, to start off the video, guys, we have got central defensive midfielders. Now, something to clarify real quick here. Some of these cards by default are centre mids, but I've put them in the CDM category because they're better suited to be in a CDM, if that makes sense. And ladies and gents, we are starting off with none other than Sissoko. But honestly, on a real guy, Sissoko, one of the best players to use in this game. Very cheap, cost under 10k or whatever. Whack a shadow on him. He's absolutely quality, to be fair. Going over to his stats, 78 pace, 77 defending, 89 physical. Now, in a CDM, guys, meta-wise, we're looking for pace, we're looking for defending, and we are looking for physical. Now, passing and dribbling is nice on a CDM. Don't get me wrong. There's players in this video, for example, who are in the centre mid category, who will also do very well as a CDM for you anyway. But for this video, obviously, I want to do 5 CDMs, 5 CMs, 5 cams, but you could obviously switch them around a fair bit. Just wanted to make that clear to you guys. But yeah, shooting on a CDM, not the deepest. Obviously, if you do get your CDM in the box, it's nice if you can shoot, but yeah, it's not the stat we're looking for here. We're looking mainly pace, defending, and physical. Quite similar to a centre-back, to be honest. And a bit of passing and dribbling is obviously nice as well, which Sissoko has got absolutely all of. And there's a mix of obviously cheaper players in this team, guys, and expensive ones as well. And with Sissoko as well, the fact he's French, he's literally one of the best players to link in the game. French is the best nation, as I mentioned in the last one, and Prem, best league. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely fantastic. Moving on, we have got the man, Lamer. Now, Lamer, this guy was in my 200k squad builder earlier in the year. Make sure you check that out if you have not already. Link will be in the description. But yeah, Lamer, honestly, unbelievable card. To be 5'11", medium-high work rates on a CDM. Now, we're looking for that on a CDM as well, guys. Then we've got 85 pace, 80 defending, 77 physical, 78 dribbling, 78 passing. Again, we're not looking to crazily exceed in them stats. Obviously, if we're on an icon or something, then yeah, you know what I mean. But by the way, guys, as well, for you guys who might have not seen the first episode of this, we'll be covering icons in a separate video, just not in these ones, because, you know, a lot of people will be outpriced from icons. But yeah, that pace is ridiculous for a CDM. Defending is also very, very good. Just another meta card, guys. Like I said, I don't want to go through every individual stat, because like I said in the last video, we'd be here for absolute years. Zakaria, moving on to the next one, ladies and gents. Unbelievable card. Probably, there is a reason he's on the thumbnail. One of the best cards in the game. When I saw this card come out, I thought, that will never come with the king, do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, honestly, guys, 83 pace, 81 defending, 85 physical, decent dribbling and passing as well, which is just all we need on a CDM. We just need it to be decent. And another good thing about Zakaria is, now, one of the things I did in my 200k squad, guys, was start Zakaria at CDM, because obviously to get the 10 chemistry, and Alaba at centre-back for the 10 chemistry, and then swap them around in the in-game formation, because Zakaria is an unbelievable centre-back as well, guys. He's got absolutely all the stats for it. 81 interceptions, 84 standing tackle, 87 strength. He's just absolutely ridiculous. I can't advise Zakaria anymore. And the good thing is about Zakaria and Lamer as well is the fact that they link together as well. Like, they're both Bundesliga. You can link them with, like, Klosterman as well, who was in the first Defenders video. And yeah, all these links are absolutely sensational, ladies and gents. Now, moving on, we have got an absolutely unbelievable player in Marcus Llorente. Now, don't get me wrong, this man costs a fair bit. However, for you guys who have a little bit more coins, Marcus Llorente is someone I would advise. Obviously, Lamer, Zakaria, Sissoko, they're for you guys who are looking for more of a cheaper team and don't have as many coins. Llorente is unbelievable. Now, what they did with Rule Breaker Llorente was upgrade his defending loads, but put down his dribbling. And that's why I've put this Llorente into the CDM category, because 85 pace, 86 defending, 84 physical. You guys know exactly what we're looking for in CDMs, as I've explained enough in this video at this point. He is absolutely ridiculous. At 6 foot as well, with high work rates. Very well-rounded stats. Look at that. 88 standing tackle, 19 interceptions. What? But yeah, really would advise him. And to finish off the CDMs, the best one we have got here, guys. Now, Llorente might be a little bit better than Kante, stats-wise, whatever. But the way Kante plays in game, we've all played against him in Weekend League, haven't we, realistically? And he is an absolute, he's just a nightmare. Like, that 77 pace, like, obviously, a shadow's a good idea for Kante. He's just ridiculous. He's just running around everywhere. And it'll just look like Kante's miles away from a ball. Like, we've all experienced it, haven't we? And then all of a sudden, Kante just flies in. He's just there like, yeah, right. Like, what? Grow up. But I use it myself, so actually don't grow up, Kante. Cheers. I'm just chatting breeze. But on a real, guys, Kante, if you have the coins for Kante to afford him in your team, he is game-changing. He really is absolutely game-changing to your team. 90 stand tackle, 91 interceptions, 96 stamina. He lasts the entire game. And decent enough pace, but like we said, we'd put a shadow on him, but he's absolutely unbelievable. So they're the 5 best CDMs I would sort of advise for your team, guys. Obviously, a few cheaper ones and a few more expensive. And just to quickly finish off in this video, guys, I've put a few basically honorable mentions in there. Now, Pogba to start off with is going to be in the CM category, right? His normal card. But because the way they've changed around his stats, his passing is much lower, which on a CDM, like we've said, is not as deep. And he's obviously got still decent pace. The 5-star skills is absolutely ridiculous. We'll talk more on Pogba in the CM category. But yeah, that's another alternative for a CDM because his defending did get upgraded loads with the rule breaker card. And Pogba can actually defend. Like, I think his defending went up like by, I don't know, was it like 16 or something? But yeah, obviously unbelievable card. Obviously, I understand he's ridiculously expensive. That's why he's in the honorable mentions. And then Emre Can as well, guys. Very quick on an Emre Can. He can link with Lema. He can link with Zakaria. And he is just a ridiculous card for like 1,000 coins. I mean, 83 defending, 87 physical. It's such a well-rounded card. I can't really say much more. So that's all of the CDMs, guys. Some absolutely unbelievable players in here. Let's move on to the CMs and see what's cooking over there. Right, guys. And into the center midfielders. And we start off with none other than the new man come out in form, Paulinho. Now, some interesting stuff about Paulinho. He's about 100,000 coins, right? He can link with a few decent little players like Texiera, like Talisca maybe, if you've done his SBC, or even his normal cards are not too bad. But yeah, if we just take a look at him, 4-star, 4-star, high work rate, 6 foot, and just an unbelievably well-rounded card. To have 4 stats over 80 and only one of them be like slap bang 80, you know, the rest are like pretty high, you know? Even his defending, like slide tackle being the lowest, like that's the one that you need the least, you know what I mean, out of his defending stats. 74 pace, we leave a little bit more to be desired. However, with a shadow chemistry style on him, he should be pretty decent. And Paulinho, the fact he can kind of go forward a little bit for you as well. You've got to remember with CMs, we're looking to put them in more of a formation like 4-4-2, as opposed to the CDMs in the previous formation. We might want them starting in a 4-2-3-1 type thing, if that makes sense, more of a as a CDM, as opposed to the CMs. We want more of a well-rounded job, which is a theme you'll see in these players in the CMs. I mean, that's why we've picked them, Alex. Thanks, brilliant. That's really helpful to everyone. But Paulinho, a very decent player. I definitely advise him. Another one we move on to next is the main man, De Jong. Very good last year, and basically, I think he got almost the exact same card this year. Still unbelievably usable. To have 87 dribbling on a centre midfielder, 84 passing and 80 pace, and still good defending and physical stats as well. I know I'm repeating the same thing with a lot of these CMs because they're all very well-rounded. But yeah, obviously this game is a little bit different to FIFA 20. However, there is still some similarities, and one of them is the fact that your CMs are very important to dribble with, sort of on the edge of the box. So obviously, if they do have the dribbling stats, it is very decent. And to have 83 agility, unbelievable dribbling that he's got on him, and very good passing, you're going to be able to find your strikers very well with the young guys. But it's also important for me to reiterate, guys, that although I've said CMs for these, a lot of these, me personally, I would end up playing them at CDM because that's how I use my formation. I play 4-2-3-1, so I do 2 CDMs and then sort of 4 attackers. But yeah, all of these are viable for CM or CDM. I think you've made your point clear, Alex. 90 stamina as well. De Jong, absolute gem. Next up, we've got Pogba. Now, we're not going to talk too much about Pogba because we've literally just spoken about him. Very good player, obviously. 5-star skill moves. Unbelievable meta links because he's French and he's from the Premier League. That's one thing I said in my defenders video. Another thing that contributes towards a meta player is the fact that they can link with all the best players as well. Obviously, Pogba's pace is not the greatest and his defending, but his other stats just excel so well. And as a CM, if you've got the player next to him as more of a defensive one, maybe like a Kante and Pogba does so well being that one that's a little bit more attacking. So Pogba's another good one I would advise for your teams. And next up, guys, we have got the absolute monster in inform Valverde. He is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, what am I seeing? 87 pace on a CM. What? Well, obviously, I understand he is relatively expensive, guys. We're back into more of the expensive players again here. However, Valverde's normal card, guys, is absolutely meta enough. You've got plenty of good stats there. Obviously, we just want to go with the best version in this video. But yeah, Valverde, where do we start? High work rate, 6 foot, and just an unbelievably well-rounded card. To have 87 pace on a centre midfielder, and like I said again, you can play him at CDM. It's what I would do. 82 dribbling as well, 79 defending. Probably put some sort of anchor on him potentially or something like that. It depends what you want to use out of him. If you want to use him as a CM in a 4-4-2, you might want to get more attacking stats out of him. We all know about Valverde at this point, but yeah, even if you can afford his normal card, I'd fully advise him for your team, guys, especially because he can link with players like Mendy, he can link with Ramos, he can link with Varane. Just sensational. And to finish off the CMs, guys, we have got the main man, Renato Sanchez. Now, this man is in every single pro player's team. If I see him not in a pro player's team, I'm just going like, What? But yeah, what more can we say about him, guys? 5'9", gets around like an absolute beast. High work rates yet again on a CM, which is kind of what we want in a centre midfielder. 4-star, and just unbelievably well-rounded stats. Now, the obvious one for Renato Sanchez, again, is probably a shadow because we want that defending going up quite a bit. 85 dribbling, 85 physical. We've got enough there, do you know what I mean? But again, all the pros are using Renato Sanchez at CDM, guys, and if you can afford him, I think his price is just going up and up. He started off at 50k, now he's like 200k. But yeah, would really advise him, guys. I've used him loads in my team this year, and I think he's absolutely unbelievable. And that is the 5 CMs, guys. Now, again, as an honourable mention, I've put on Llorente onto the bench here. Obviously, these are a little bit more expensive, these 5 I've gone with here. De Jong's not too bad, but the rest of them are all over 100k, which is why I wanted to whack Llorente in here. Now, obviously, I put him in the CDMs one for the previous category. However, this one is more suited to a more well-rounded centre defensive midfielder, as his dribbling's much higher on this one. Obviously, the defending isn't as much, but still 78 defending with a shadow or an anchor on him again. That's going to boost up loads, and he's going to be really good for you guys. So again, he can work again, CM or centre defensive midfielder. I just say he's more suited to CM, and his rule breaker card is more suited to CDM, if that makes sense. But yeah, guys, that's it for the centre midfielders. Let's move on to the cams now. Now, guys, before jumping into the cams, I need to clarify a few things with you. One, I cannot believe the lack of good centre attacking midfielders in this game, and what is going to be very common, and that's what all the pros do in this game, and I would advise for you guys, a lot of the pros, it's left mids and strikers that you're going to end up using as your 4 attackers. Left mids, strikers, right mids, whatever. A lot of cams don't really get into the game, but there are some decent ones here who I will quickly run through. And I also want to clarify, obviously 2 of these are CFs in Dybala and Mertens. I'm classing them as cams because you're going to move them down to cam a lot. You're not really going to tend to use them as strikers very much. Don't get me wrong, you can, but I wanted to put these into the midfielders section as I feel like they're going to be used as cams a lot anyway. Now, Dybala, Gomez, and Mertens, we can go through these 3 pretty quickly. Very similar type of stats. Dybala is an unbelievable card. For about 30,000 coins, to have 92 agility, like 91 dribbling is a joke. And these are for you guys who don't have as many coins, right? You can get Gomez's normal card in, you can get Mertens as, obviously this is his normal card as well. Obviously, I know he has a rule breakers, but Mertens' normal card I wanted to go with in this one. But yeah, all unbelievable cards, guys. Very high pace, high shooting, high dribbling, which is exactly what we're looking for on a cam. However, meta-wise, I wouldn't really advise many cams in the game, I can't lie. The CMs and CDMs were very important in this video. However, the cams, I just don't feel like a lot of them are like good enough meta-wise. Don't get me wrong, these 5 on show here are actually very good. I would advise a lot of your front 4s, guys, to be sort of a left mid, 2 strikers, and a right mid as opposed to cams. But yeah, onto Gomez, 91 pace, 89 dribbling, 81 shooting, 85 passing. We're seeing a very common theme here. And obviously one of the main things we're looking for on a cam, guys, is agility. And we've got 94 agility on Gomez. We've got 92 agility on Dybala. And Dries Mertens in with 94 agility as well. You guys know what I'm saying. These 3 can all sort of link together. Very meta in the game. And onto the next cam, we've got KDB. Now, again, not the most meta player in the world. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. Picking cams for this video was an absolute struggle. It's the only position that I picked, and I just thought, this is just not that great. But yeah, 89 stamina is very good. 76 pace obviously leaves a lot to be desired. We want a hunter on De Bruyne, probably. But yeah, 93 passing. I couldn't really leave De Bruyne out. He is very good. I wouldn't say he's absolute meta, but he has to get in the top 5. He just has to. Obviously, quite expensive as well. I personally would not advise your coins going all towards De Bruyne, but if I'm doing a top 5 in every position, I've got to put him in because he is very good. Then passing stats are an absolute joke. He does lack a little bit of agility, which is something we're really looking for in a cam, but his other stats excel so well. So yeah, definitely decent, especially with the 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, but I don't know if I'd say definitely get De Bruyne in there. And to finish off with the cams, guys, we finish off with who I believe to be the best meta one. Obviously not stats-wise and not price-wise. There are better cams, but for the price that he costs you, for the skill moves he has, 5-star, 4-star weak foot as well, just an unbelievable player. He's so cheap as well. And to have 89 pace on a cam as well is very underrated. His dribbling leaves a little bit more to be desired. However, considering how cheap he is, you can't ask for too much. 82 stamina is very good as well. And you're just going to have fun with Promes, guys. 5-star skills, which is something in the attacking video, which will be coming out in 2 days. We will touch on loads in the attacking episode about how important the skill moves are. But yeah, good enough stats all around the board, and Promes is very decent, guys. I'd really advise him. And to finish off, as the honourable mention here for the cams, it's another centre forward, but we're going to move him down to cam, obviously. It's Informed Depay, and yeah, just really well-rounded stats. To have 87 pace, 84 shooting, 84 passing, 84 dribbling. You're just rambling on at this point, Alex. But yeah, it's very good. And 81 physical as well is really good for a cam. Again, we're lacking a bit of agility in 80. But like I said, the cams just gave me a headache. They were very hard to pick through. But the 5-star skill moves, you're going to have fun with Depay again. Another decent player and can link to players like Mbappe and Neymar. Ben Yedder, he's very decent. One of the main things with these players, guys, is that they're all sort of similar, and you can link them all very well into meta teams with each other. And that's one of the main parts of the fact that they're the top meta players in the game, as well as having good stats, having good links as well, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, guys, that finishes off the cams, and that finishes off the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, drop a like and also subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for all the support recently, guys. It's been absolutely fantastic, and we're going to keep the YouTube rolling. I don't know why. Am I just lifting this up for sympathy at this point? But yeah, like I said, guys, an episode on all of the attackers, the best meta attackers you want to be using in the game will be coming out soon. So make sure you turn on the notification bell for that as well, because you don't want to be missing it. Don't go into Scottish. There's no point. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you soon.